when the great Rav Shimon Schwab shakes us awake and tells us that no matter how many times you try, if you do not master this skill, you are bound for failure. And it really puts a bit more emphasis on the idea. It makes you really want to learn what it takes to be a successful parent. Listen to this fascinating yesod from the great Rav Shimon Schwab, the Rav who is hailing from that separatist community that Rav Hirsch actually started before learning Intels and Mir, one of my favorite all-time Torah giants and sages, where he's pulling apart the Haftorah of last week, where Mrs. Manoach is struggling to give birth to any children. She's crying to Hashem, and eventually this Malach Elokim, this angelic figure that's masquerading himself in the body of a human, of a man, comes and says, "Behold, you will have a child, but be sure to keep all the laws of Nazir, for the child is to be a Nazir." We got Shimshon, one of the great Shoftim. And in an interesting turn of events, the Malach, it leaves without saying hello to her husband. Mrs. Manoach runs to her husband and says, "You're not going to believe it. We're going to have a child. And not only that, but he's going to be a Nazir. And he said that we need to keep all the laws of Nazirus with this child." And Manoach's response? "Quick, let us call the angel back so I can hear him say it, what the laws of Nazirus are. And I can ask him what to do about this child." And Rav Schwab doesn't understand. What more is Manoach trying to learn? Is it he just doesn't trust his wife? Hardly that's the pshat. Is it the pshat that he needs to hear it from the mouth of an angel? Why? Just go ask your friendly neighborhood shofet, the local Orthodox rabbi, or open up a Torah scroll to figure out the laws of Nazirus. Why does he need the angel to come back? And even furthermore, to make matters worse, he asks the angel, "What are we to do about this child who's to be a Nazir?" And the angel responds with the same thing. "Whatever I told your wife. B'kol asher amarti al isha tishmar." Just do that. So nothing new has come about. But oh no, says Rav Schwab in a beautiful piece. It sings like music out of the words. That Manoach wasn't asking the angel just again, trying to reiterate that same halacha, but he was asking, "I understand that you told my wife that we are to have a child that needs to be a Nazir, and I know the halachos," but he was asking the angel, "How do I parent? How do I educate? How do I do the mitzvah of chinuch in this special needs child who's to be a Nazir?" And you know what he answered? The angel said, "Mikol asher toimar el isha," all that I told your wife you should do, meaning that a parent cannot just talk the talk, but he also must walk the walk. For if you educate your child or give him millions of Musar discourses, you reproach him and say, "You need to do this better." If the child sees that the parent, his father, doesn't act that way, then your Musar will fall on deaf ears. No matter how many times you will try to rear a holy Nazirite, if you don't keep those halachos, at least while your wife is pregnant, well, then it will be a failure. A yesod gadol. No matter how many times we try to reproach our children that they should sit at the Shabbos table and sing Zemiros, it's absolutely fruitless if Tati doesn't sit at the Shabbos table and sing Zemiros with Simcha. No matter how many times we should tell our children to put down their phones, if Tati or Mommy doesn't put down the phone and pay attention to who's talking, well, then the child will never be zocher to put down the phone. The examples can go on, but if you want to have a child that's going to be kadosh like Shimshon, what was the angel's advice? To be mechanechim to Manoach? B'kol asher amarti ala isha tishmar, all of the hilchos naziros that I told your wife, you be sure to also keep those laws. That's how you raise successful, happy, productive children, says the great Rav Shimon Schwab. Thank you for listening to that episode. I hope you're well. This is Michal. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and check out all the podcasts from the Motivation Congregation Podcast Network. Please reach out on WhatsApp. Let's talk. Let's fight about these varts. Let's grow and steig together. And if you would be so kind as to like, and even write a review for the podcast. That also helps grow the platform and reach more people. And I guess if you want to be less kind, you can leave a bad review. I guess that works too. Either way, smash the link below, reach out on WhatsApp, and let's be in touch. Have a great day.